And I want to kick it off with talking about Survivor.
Okay.
We have previously discussed on the show the thing that sets Australian Survivor apart from its international counterparts.
How off-tap the host is?
Yeah. Jonathan LaPaglia.
They seem like a fun family.
The LaPaglia's?
Yeah, I would hang out with any one of them. If someone rang me up and said, do you want to hang out with LaPaglia? Yes. And then it's the grandma.
Asked.
I'd be like, don't care. Bring her, wheel her over.
She'll be a talented and iconic Australian.
I don't know. She might not even be either of those things, but she would be a vibe.
Are you just going by Jonathan LaPaglia, like the one clip that I played from Australian Survivor, or is there more to this thing?
No, like he's a vibe. Anthony's a vibe.
What gives you that impression about Anthony
I can just
LaPaglia?
tell. That's what vibes are. I don't know why you're laughing.
Anthony...
I'm sorry. I did a scientific study on whether or not Anthony LaPaglia is cool. Is that better?
I would be curious about the results.
The results are in. He's cool.
No, I just think like...
Vibes are vibes. I got good vibes.
I'm just trying to understand if there was a role that you saw him in that he seemed upbeat, because he seems like a very serious actor for the most
and I
part.
love that for him. He just seems like a vibe. I can't deny it.
Okay. Personally, I'm hanging out with Jonathan.
I'd go for either. I feel like you can't have a brother like Jonathan and be normal. I just feel like Jonathan comes from a family, like a wacky family. You don't just have one of those. You don't grow one. They're kind of seeded on fertile ground.
So you are just going by the Survivor clip that I
No,
played.
like also Anthony LaPaglia. I can't remember now why I think so, but I also think he seems like a really cool guy. But I just also think that where there's smoke, there's fire.
Which one was the one in Empire Records?
Anthony?
Because if it was Anthony, then I'll give you that.
That maybe is why I think so, because I'm pretty sure that's Anthony.
It's Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why I think so.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't say that.
Because I can't remember. I don't have a mental vibes book where I'm like, let me just switch.
I'm not looking for a mental vibes book. I'm looking for a role that Anthony LaPaglia played.
I don't remember.
Usually when we're talking about him on this podcast, it's like, Lentana. And
that's the one I do think of a lot.
Yeah, which is not vibes.
Uplifting, no.
Or like Annabelle Creation he was in.
He has vibes in Annabelle Creation.
Is he? I feel like he's just like running from a haunted doll.
I feel like if you can play a priest in a horror movie, you're probably vibes.
Yeah, Empire Records was like 1995. So
what a great movie.
It's a great movie, but it was some time ago. I feel like maybe the fun Anthony days are behind us.
Okay, fun Anthony is dead. I'm going to send him that clip of you. That seems harsh. I don't think fun Anthony is dead.
I'm just not seeing the evidence. Like, I'm scrolling through his IMDb page, and like the ones that I am aware of are very hard-hitting dramas, you know.
That doesn't mean, you have to be very vibey.
He was in 2 episodes of Rake in 2018. That's, I guess, a more light-hearted show. Maybe he was good vibes in that.
He's good vibes.
All right. Well, I did thumbs up for the LaPaglia family. Between Survivor and Empire Records, we're fans around here.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't want any of the LaPaglias to think that I hate them, because quite the opposite.
You didn't say you hated them. You said fun Anthony's dead.
Which
due to age.
Proved me wrong. Current Anthony proved me wrong.
Okay. Whoa, gauntlet thrown. What would you do if your phone rang tomorrow and it was like, it's Anthony LaPaglia? Like, put your pants on, we're going to party.
I'd be there. I would be like, I called him out.
Yeah.
I got to rise to the challenge.
Yeah, that's right. But you would... I feel like you'd be like, no, never mind, man. Sorry I said that. And he'd be like, no, I've got cocaine and hookers and you're enjoying them.
I thought we're just going out for a drink. I didn't realize.
No, he's going to be like the most fun. Yeah, you said he's not fun. What? He's like really going like the full Derek Jeter on you.
I thought there might be a middle ground of fun.
There's not.
Of fun between like our current relationship, which is non-existent, and cocaine and hookers.
No, he's like, okay, like you've called him out on air for not being fun. He's got to show you the time of your life. He's going to fly you to Vegas and you're going to come back like with no kidney.
Let's do it.
Like, surely, right? I feel like you're like, oh, I thought he'd just call me for a drink. Come on. If you say fun Ben is dead, you're showing up at that person's house with amphetamines and beers and not letting them go home for several weeks.
I mean, there's a difference
You
between...
can't just be like, let's go out for a quiet whiskey. That'll show you.
I don't know that the amphetamines and holding someone hostage is a definition of fun. Like,
okay, well, we have fun in different ways.
There might be such thing as too much fun. And they're like, all right, I didn't know that.
But that's what he wants you to say. You'd be like, sorry, Anthony, you're too much fun for me. And I'd be like, that's what I wanted to hear.
If it's not too much fun, it's like, okay, you're not boring.
Yeah.
I didn't also realize you're a maniac. Like, we don't know each other, and our first interaction is
like a several weeks long bender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, now I've woken up in another country and
well,
without
I just
my
feel
passport.
like if you say Fun Ben is dead, you're not going to say, I'll show him. I'll take him out for a hoagie and a beer. Then he'll know I'm a good time. That's not going to do it. Obviously, he's going to have to really bring his A game.
We can have more than a beer. I just want my kidney at the end of the day.
All right. Describe then, because your rules.
What do I envision?
Yeah. What do you think could show you like that was a time?
He comes over with like a few of his
A-list
famous
mates.
friends, yeah.
And you get couples massages.
I mean, it would be a bit weird, but I wouldn't say no to it. He's got like a bottle of alcohol, and we just like pump some music and hang out, and he tells me stories about his life.
And then you kiss.
His, fun grandma. And then at the end of the night, I shake hands. I was like, sorry, Anthony LaPaglia, your filmography may be serious, but you're a great time.
I feel like, I would go harder on you. I would be like full
Like,
vibe.
unless I basically waking up in a ditch, then you're like, I haven't
shown him what I can do. Exactly.
Okay, well,
Like,
Anthony, balls in your court, I guess.
If I didn't see you for like 3 weeks and then you came back and you're like, I can never go back to Mexico, but what if 3 weeks? I'd be like, you deserve
It
this.
was LaPaglia.
I'd be
wasn't
like, it was LaPaglia, but also no sympathy.
All right, well, I didn't realize that I couldn't just say Anthony LaPaglia doesn't seem like a lot of fun since 1995.
That's so rough.
Midnight Crisis.